Hi everyone, this is Mark Anderson, your instructor for the second 8 weeks. I think all of you know me by now. Um, just thought I'd do this video just to let everybody know what's kind of going on and what's going to happen for the second 8 weeks. Obviously, you have heard or have read that KCC is under pretty much a lockdown until further notice. Some estimates are definitely until first week of April. However, to be honest with you, between you and me, kind of looks like it's going to be for the rest of the semester. Now, that has not been confirmed yet, but per the leadership of KCC, internally, that's what we're talking about as far as preparing. So we want to be doing the best that we can to make sure that what you're doing at KCC as a student is the best quality work possible, that you're learning the most that you can learn from each one of the classes. And that's what I hope to do here for these two classes, the MAFT 1232 and the MAFT 1312 courses. Luckily, you've taken these similar courses before in the first 8 weeks, so hopefully this will be an easy transition for you. Kind of backing up a little bit, I just want to make sure that everybody understands that you can go on our www.kcc.edu to get to our website, and at the very top you can see the coronavirus link that you can go to, and you can see the most up-to-date coronavirus protocols that KCC is doing right now. I'm not going to talk to you about that on this video because I think it's through social media and the emails and our website, there's a great deal of information available to you about that. If certain things come up that have changed very quickly or measurably, I will definitely put out another YouTube video and the emails, anything that I can do to reach out to you students to let you know what's happening, keep you up to date, okay? So that's what we're pretty much going to be doing is communicating with each other. That's the bottom line. I know in class we've done a very good job of that, but now things are a little bit different for second 8 weeks. I really hope that we can communicate on a highest level possible. And unfortunately, that's going to have to be not face-to-face. Okay, this is going to be online. So I'm making this video just to kind of talk to you guys about what is that going to look like. I'm not too sure. I have an idea and I have a plan, but I want to make sure that all of you guys are comfortable with that. And if you have any ideas to change things, I think you know me by now that I'm willing to be flexible with the classes and listen to you and see if we can implement different strategies to make it a little bit easier for you. Okay? So for right now, the bottom line is we are online. Okay? All courses at KCC are going to be conducted online, and I'm sure you've heard that by now. And I'm going to speak specifically to the courses that I'm going to be teaching, and which are going to be you're going to be the students of. What we're going to be doing is the MSSC and the textbook, and for the MAFT 1232 and 1312 courses, they're going to be online. Period. For the rest of the semester, it kind of looks like. So that's what we're going to prepare for. So we're going to go over the course syllabus. Everything is, as far as most of the information, see 99% of it right now is uploaded onto your Canvas page, Canvas pages, for each one of your courses. And hopefully the information that you require to be successful is going to be on there, okay? I'm going to go over it with you very quickly. I'm not going to go over it like I do in class because that's very tedious. But what I want to do is look over the course syllabus, kind of over that way I have it. And then hopefully that once I've done that, we could be clear about how things might be a little bit different for the second 8 weeks as they were for the first 8 weeks. Okay? So, like I said, this is going to be online, and I think the best way we can communicate is via email. So make sure, and I've said this all first 8 weeks, you have to make sure that you're communicating via your KCC student email. If you haven't done so yet, and you haven't opened it up, I'm going to tell you there must be 150, 200 emails in your inbox just from this semester. You have to communicate through that. Okay? You have to. Not through the Canvas messaging, none of that stuff. Email. Okay? Unless I message you through Canvas, which I doubt I will. Okay? It's going to be exclusively through email. If it turns out where we have an issue that is going to mandate a little bit more one-on-one communication, if I have to, I'll give out my phone number and we can talk, one-on-one on a personal level that way. Okay? Every communication that we're going to have is via email. I will also have these YouTube videos every once in a while, but back and forth, we're going to use email. We're not going to use Facebook or Instagram or anything, YouTube, as far as classwork. Okay? I am going to make these other YouTubes for this class and continuing on for these classes. I might do something for manufacturing technology Facebook page, but the content exclusively for these courses is going to be through email. Okay? If anybody has any issues with their email account, now is a good time to iron that out. Now is a good time, if you have to, email me through your regular Yahoo or Google to let me know that you're having issues with your student email, and hopefully I can guide you through it, and if not, we can get IT involved with it, okay, because it has to be through KCC email. All right, so when you log into your Canvas page, both the MAFT 1232 and the 1312 courses are available to you, okay? Also, like I emailed you last week, hopefully you got the email, both of your MSSC courses are available online on the MSSC modules. So I added them. So as soon as you log into your MSSC online modules, boom, number 3 and number 4 are going to be available to you. And like I said last week, if you got them last week and you open them up and you want to get a head start, you can start on those anytime that you want to, okay? So you should be ready to go for the MSSC. So on the course syllabus, that hasn't changed either. So all of the course schedule and everything is going to be on your syllabus, the points, and I'd like to go over that right now if that's okay with you. So I'm looking at over this way, but if you can look at your Canvas page as we do this, or maybe a printout of your course syllabus, or just keep a mental note as we go through this. So I'm looking at the Canvas page right now, and it looks, everything is up to date. I'm looking at the manufacturing processes page. The very first thing we can go to is your course syllabus, and I'd like to go over that. I have to look, sorry. Okay. All right, so the course syllabus is a Word document, so hopefully you have access to Word. If you don't, let me know, because you actually do. As a KCC student, you have Microsoft Office 365 available to you at no charge. It's actually free, and this way you can open up your content, okay? If you have issues, please email me and let me know that you can't open up Word. So this is your course syllabus. It has a course description, blah, 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 blah. So I think the only thing that might be different going through this, I'll go through the differences. Obviously, the office phone number, I'm not going to be there, so that's not going to count. But my email, that's the most important part. So that's manderson@kcc.edu. That's manderson@kcc.edu. That's where we're going to communicate, period, okay? The business division phone's up there. Nobody's going to be there. My office location, you know where it is, but I'm not going to be there. My office location right now is my bedroom, unfortunately. So the office hours. Okay, so basically the way we're going to work office hours is I have my phone with me at all time. I am checking my emails every hour, just about. It seems like I'm checking, because a lot of things have been going on, not just for you guys as students, but for me as administrator, and talking to Paul Carlson, my associate dean, and the VP and the presidents. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I do have my email open all the time. So feel free to email me at any time. If for some reason I am not responding to you within an hour or two, don't freak out. Okay, I will respond to you. I'm going to respond a little bit quicker than I usually do. I usually say 24 hours, but I am going to be checking my phone, or checking my email on my computer, or I can check it on my phone often during the days now. Okay, so please do that. That's basically the best way to get a hold of me. Like I said, so it has my phone number is supposed to be up there. I'm going to hold off to individuals if they require to call me. I will do that. So that'll be my office phone. Will be my mobile phone number, my cell phone number, and I'll give that out on an individual basis. Okay. So the days are still going to be, even though that it's going to be online, I think this is important to know that we are still going to consider this course Tuesdays and Thursdays, just like we have been before. And I think we've done this before where we've kind of switched to an online format to say, well, we don't need to meet in class, blah, 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 blah. So what we're going to do is the same thing as we did before, but from starting this Tuesday until the very end, which is May 7th, is the last course date, every single day. So every Tuesday and Thursday is going to be our course date, okay? And we'll get through that once we go through the syllabus and the calendar and whatnot. But even though this is online, our course days that we're supposed to technically meet are Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? So it's not going to be at a specific time. I'm not going to do that. I know a couple of my son's teachers are saying, please log in at 10 o'clock, and we're going to have a video conference, and that's going to count as attendance. What we're going to do is which we'll talk about that a little bit, just to make sure that, just know that we're Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? Location is online. You do need the book for the manufacturing processes. There's quite a bit in there, actually. And then the manufacturing maintenance course, that you don't need the book. Now, I'll clarify that. Manufacturing processes, you need the book. MAFT 1312, Intro to Manufacturing Maintenance, you don't need the book. However, it'll be nice to have. There might be something that you have to look up and you're not too sure about it. You can reference it through that book. So I recommend having the book next to you whenever you do your homework, okay? So that's that. You can look through the goals and all that. Here's the funny part, okay? Here's the funny part. Technically, this is supposed to be an 8-week session. It's not. It's 7 weeks. So what they did is this past week that happened, that was supposed to be your very first week in class, but they made that into the second spring break. So they're not extending the semester an extra week. They're just taking away 1 week of instruction. I get it, because they want to make sure that graduation isn't affected if we do still continue on with graduation commencements and stuff like that. I get it, but it's only 7 weeks, and we're once I talk about the schedule, you'll understand that a little bit better how that works. But kind of going through the participation and attendance, instead of having 16 sessions at 10 points each, we're doing 14 sessions at 10 points each, and that is on your course syllabus. So as you read through it, make note of that. There are going to be 2 quizzes, as we both know. Those 2 quizzes, however, are going to be all online. So what does that mean? That means I'm going to email you those quizzes. That's why it's so darn important that you make sure you have your student email open, okay? That you communicate through your student email. We've done this before. So I'm going to email you both, okay? And I'm going to give you plenty of time to do it. But just make sure that when it's due, when I say it's due, this is an online class, so it's a little bit simpler, and I'm going to be a little bit more strict about when things are due and not having so much grace time. But the textbook quizzes, both of them, are going to be emailed to you in a Word format, and then you're going to send them back to me before the end date, okay, before the end time. And you can either send it to me with just the answers, or you can fill out the Word document and send the whole thing back. We'll talk about that further when the time comes, but we've been through this before. So that kind of gives you an idea that the differences between this online that we're going through and the in class. They're going to be 8 quizzes, so there's actually 8 sequences. And then there, of course, your final exam. That is going to be an issue, and I'm going to talk about that once we get through the course calendar. Okay? Again, A, B, C, D, nobody's going to get enough. Email me attendance policy. All right, so what are we going to do about attendance? I have to have something for your attendance, okay? I need something. So kind of like we did before in our previous classes, how about we just email me every Tuesday and every Thursday before midnight, okay? So 11:59. I want you to email me, hello, Mr. Anderson, all right? And I would accept that for both classes. So if you email me once during the day, I will accept that for both classes. The converse part of that is, if you don't email me at all, I'm not going to give you attendance points for either class. Okay? So what I just need for you to do is to just to email me through your KCC student email. Hi, Mr. Anderson. Just something that I can prove that you are here and with me for this online course every Tuesday and Thursday, and I can prove that to my boss, Paul Carlson. Okay, especially you CSL people, it's very important that you log in and make sure you're in attendance. Let's make sure we do that, please, 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 please. Okay, so that'll be our attendance, right? What else? We're still going to go do the thing with, as long as you are done with it, the e-module on time, and you want to retake it because your grade's below 75%. As long as it's done on time, you get another week to retake that quiz as many times as you want. Same as before. Nothing's going to change with that. I did put up the online modules on your course sequence, or on your course syllabus. Because this is another one. This is manufacturing processes I'm talking about now, the MAFT 1232. So if you look at your manufacturing processes syllabus and Canvas page, well, there's a whole bunch of them that are offered for some students, and then there's a bunch of sequences. There's only supposed to be 8. Okay, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there's only supposed to be 8, and I think on one of them there's 12 that are offered to students, and we went through this last semester as well. So what I did is, to avoid all confusion, I copy and pasted the 8 sequences that you have to do. All right, the online sequences, there's going to be 8 of them, and I copied and pasted them onto the course syllabus. Okay, so the manufacturing processes course, MAFT 1232, look at that course syllabus and you'll see it posted on there. Okay, the textbook, the course calendars, it's the same. Okay, same content for the MAFT 1232. Look through that. Your first textbook e-module quiz is actually on April 16th. So I want it back before 11:59 that night. So I don't want it into the next day on Friday. I want it that Thursday at 11:59 p.m. That is your latest. I'll hand it out to you that Tuesday, okay, which will be the 14th. I'll give it to you then and give you 2 days to do it. If you want to, email it to me early with the answers, that's fine with me. Just make sure it's complete, and once you send it, don't say, oh, I want to change it. No, don't do that. Once it's submitted, it's submitted. And I also wrote on there the textbook chapters 8, 9, and 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4 for the sequences that have to be completed before then. Okay. Same thing goes on for that e-module quiz. I'm going to give out to you on 5/5, May 5th. That'll be your second one. Again, I'll email it to you then, but it's due on that Thursday, 5/7. Excuse me, I think it's 5/7. 5/7. Yeah, let me check. March. I got, yes. So technically the course ends on the 8th, but we don't meet on the 8th. We meet on the 7th, which is a Thursday. So the 7th of May, for both classes, your take-home is due. Okay, you have to email me your take-home test. May 7th is also the tentative assessment date. That's when you have to take the test for the certification test for both classes. Now, remember I told you before previously about this, and I really didn't know what I was going to do about that. Now, I did email my boss, Paul Carlson, and he's very familiar with the MSSC. He's very familiar with the MSSC proctoring issues, very informative about the MSSC assessment locations, and the MSSC is very particular about all of that. He knows that. I know that. I think you guys are starting to realize that. Definitely the KCC testing lab is very aware of that. I just got an email from the MSSC today saying that they're going to allow students to take the MSSC test at home. And you're thinking to yourself, yay, you can take it at home. $65 to take it at home. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that by Paul and see if KCC will flip the tab on that. I doubt it, but why not try? And because it'll be through the MSSC, it'll be it's going to be an online proctoring company, okay? And it's not the one that KCC is thinking about using. It's a whole different one. It's $65 per student, so that's a lot. We'll just have to see, all right? And then on your syllabus in that calendar section, I did write down, we're just going to have to see. I don't have, so the bottom line to your certifications, basically the MSSC certification assessments for both classes, both of them, I think what we're going to do is we are going to take them at KCC in the testing lab, just like we did before, but it'll have to be in May, all right? Like further into May, when they say our doors can open type of May. It might be June, it might be on May 8th, or May 7th, excuse me. I really don't know. It all depends when the government says we're allowed back into our building again and congregate with more than 10 people. I don't know when that is, but when that's going to happen, I think that's when we're going to take the certification assessments. And again, I know this is very preliminary, and the first time you've heard this, I am very much going to keep you apprised to that, because I have to order the tests, I have to arrange proctoring. That's my deal. I have to deal with that. But once I do get firm, positive answers, that's when I'm going to inform you guys. So I would say at this point, make sure that when it comes to May 8th, just continue to be prepared, or make it May 7th, a Thursday. As it comes to week or week before that, make sure that you're prepared to take it then, on that May 7th. That's our goal. That's our shot, okay? And if for whatever reason we're still not open yet, we're going to go week to week, all right? We're going to see what's going on. Now, how does that relate to your grades? So this isn't going to be a big deal. But what I'm going to do is for all of you in the course, I'm going to give you guys an incomplete grade, which is not a big deal. Don't freak out. It's not a permanent grade. It basically allows us to say we need a timeout. We can't have an end date for this class. But what I'm going to do is submit an I, which is an incomplete, to the registrar's office for the students in my class. So that way we can give up to 6 months extension on this class. And it doesn't affect your grade one bit. The only reason why it would affect your grade is, say for example, you're sick and I give you an incomplete and you never came back to me and make arrangements to make up the rest of your assignments for the rest of the semester, and you don't show up, you don't call me, you fall off the face of the earth. After the end of that 6 months, the registrar gives you a final grade of an F. Now, that's not going to happen to us at all, because obviously there's a bunch of issues going on, right? And I will make sure that that is taken care of. So it's not the old days of grading where an I is bad. It is not. That gives us the available cushion that we need to take those certifications. Okay, that's one of the biggest things I was kind of worried about, and I will take care of that, and we'll get final answers. I'm pleased that the MSSC allows us to use that proctoring online company. I probably not going to happen for us, but at least they are aware of what's going on out there. Okay. So hopefully you don't have any questions about that. But of course, as we go through this, please jot down any questions you have, and you can email me. Okay. So let me go through your email, withdrawals. Nobody withdraw from this class, really. It's going to be so much easier doing it at home. Okay? Okay. So that's the MAFT 1232, and I know I kind of combined the two classes together, and I think the only difference I'm going to have for you with these classes, and I'm going to go over that right now, is if you go to the MAFT 1312 course, right, the manufacturing maintenance course. I'm doing that now. It looks very much different. The Canvas page, it looks different. Why? I don't teach this class. All right. Joe Bierman teaches this class. He's an adjunct for KCC. Very, very, very informative man. He's extremely intelligent, and he rocks in this class. However, he couldn't teach the semester, so I have his Canvas page, I have his course syllabus, and they do differ than mine, what you're going to be used to seeing. Okay, so, excuse me, nobody freak out. Everything's pretty much the same. All right, so when you go onto the Canvas page, you're actually going to see the course syllabus right away. You don't have to click anything. Okay, it's going to go right to it might say home, but even when it goes to home, it goes right to the course syllabus. So you're going to see the syllabus up there. I made some changes to it to make it kind of look more like ours that we typically see. All right. And it's basically everything that I talked about. Okay. So there's one big difference out of everything that we just talked about with the other class. Okay. Everything stays the same with the MAFT 1232. However, you're going to notice on the MAFT, which we've kind of talked about a little bit, that the MAFT 1312 class, the Intro to Manufacturing and Maintenance, that has no books. Okay, so that means there's no reading assignment. It is all MSSC modules. Okay, all modules. No textbook, no reading, period. Okay? However, there's a lot of modules. So there's going to be 12 of them. So there's a lot. So make sure that, with your MAFT 1223 in this class, you're going to have 20 modules to do in 7 weeks instead of 8 weeks. Okay? So make sure that you keep up and don't fall behind. Okay? So that's the only different part of this. And also, you will see the course calendar right on the front of your Canvas page, your welcome page. That will show everything right there, just like we do in our course syllabus. All right, and then right underneath there, you're going to have a course summary, which actually then does show sequence 1 quiz, sequence 2 quiz, and when everything is due. Okay, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, when you look at it, you'll see the differences. All right, so which turns out really nice, and I kind of tweaked the calendars a little bit. Yes, so your take-home, you're going to have 2 take-home tests for this class as well, the maintenance course, and they correspond with the processes course. So you're actually going to have 2 take-homes on that Tuesday, and then they're both going to be due on the Thursdays, okay? First and the second one, okay? And same goes now for the proctoring of the certification assessment for this course. We'll figure that out for both of these, okay? So I think that's pretty much it that I covered for the MSSC, okay? What I want to make clear is I think that we can get through this. It's been a little bit of a challenge for us at KCC. I applaud all of our leaders, Dr. Boyd and Dr. Nazy and Paul Carlson. He's been awesome. Every time we have a question, the staff and the admin and the instructors, whenever you have a question, boom, he's there to answer the questions. He's compiled a list of every question that everybody's ever asked him, and he sent it out to all of us so then we can see that. We've trained for this. For me, it's a little bit easier because I can do this online a little bit easier, but I'm sure that you have other classes. I know Pat Cleet's done some stuff online, and I don't know how those people are going to be doing it. God bless them, and I appreciate them. But I also appreciate you as students kind of coming together, and I know that we can do this together. That's the thing. That's the key of the whole thing is we can do this as a team. All right, we are a community, and we are very strong, and we can get through this, and I appreciate your patience through all this. If you have any questions at any time whatsoever, again, email me. If I can't find the answer for you, as usual, I will always find somebody that can get that answer for you. Or if you need to talk to your counselor, if you have a computer issue to get online, whatever the case may be, email me and I will try to find the person, okay? I know that all of our KCC staff are working remotely from home, so I can communicate with them and get some answers for you, okay? So I'm going to try doing a couple YouTubes if you guys really appreciate the YouTubes. I don't know if I'm going to do it every week. We'll see how it goes. But I'll try to do these YouTubes to keep you informed. Maybe I'll do the YouTubes to kind of go over the textbook a little bit with you. One big thing I almost forgot. When you go on Canvas and you click Files, all of your PowerPoints are on the files, okay? Now, some of them are actually on your homework when it says, your attendance. So when you click on your attendance for that day, the files are embedded in there. It gets a little complicated. So what you can do, there's an actual files button that you can click on Canvas for each one of your courses. And when that file pops up, it'll show the PowerPoint, okay? So that's a great resource. And also the certification test preps are there. And I think definitely on the MAFT 1232, the certification test preps are on that startup page for Canvas. Okay, I don't see it on this one. No, I don't see it on the maintenance page. So what you're going to have to do is just click on Files, and they'll be there. Okay, let me see if I can do that. Files. Oh my, yep. Yes, so there's lecture PowerPoints that I think Chris Salmons did. She used to teach this class as well. So she has some PowerPoints in there. I have not opened them up, but they're available to you. Okay, you can look through them and see if that helps or not. All right, remember, in the MAFT 1312, there's no textbook, so the PowerPoints should be based on some of the things that are on the online modules. Okay, again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll probably post some more stuff as it goes. Email me if you have any questions, and I wish you the best. Tomorrow, this is Monday, March 23rd, and the class is supposed to officially start tomorrow. So you can start at any time. Hopefully you have it ready, but start on it tomorrow, okay, at the very latest. All right, I appreciate your help. We're going to get through this together, and have a good week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.